Hi fashion lovers, you're welcome once again to the channel. In today's tutorial video, I will be showing how to draft this trendy curve Queen Anne neckline. I'll be drafting mine as a princess that corset. So you get to learn how to draft this neckline if you want to make a dress like this. And you also get to learn how to draft a princess that corset. So if this is something you are looking forward to learn, do keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're yet to, and also turn on notification so that you can be notified when any new video drops on the channel. So let's get right into the video properly. So on my pattern paper, I've gone ahead to measure my shoulder to bust point, under bust, half length and top length, and I labeled them just as you can see. On the shoulder line, I took the shoulder divided by 2, and then I marked 3 inches for the neck wideness, and I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant, and I connected my shoulder slant like so. Then I also came down by 3 inches for my neck depth, which I'm connecting right now using my curved ruler. This is just a guide, this is not the actual neckline. Then after that, on my shoulder slant, I came down by 8 inches for my arm side length, and I ruled a straight line horizontally, and I also connected to my shoulder slant like so. So having done that, you're going to get the midpoint of your arm side length, and on the midpoint you go in by 0.5 inch. Then on the chest line, I measured quarter of my bust measurements. So having done that, I'll use my curved ruler, my arm curve ruler, to connect the 3 points to form my armhole curve, just like you see me doing. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my bust span measurement, which is also known as the nipple to nipple, and I divided that into 2, and I marked the point from my bust point to my top length. After doing that, I connected using my straight ruler. So after doing that, I'll go ahead to mark the dots. On the under bust, I measured 0.75 on the smaller parts. Then on the side part, I used 1.25. Then on the half length, I took 0.5 inch on the smaller part and 0.75 on the side part, while on the top length I marked 0.5 inch on both sides. So I'm going to place my ruler and connect all the points of the dart like this. So having done that, I place my curved ruler on each of the dart leg to connect to my bust point, just like you see me doing. And then to get your princess dart, you're going to place your curved ruler from your midpoint of your armhole to your bust point and connect a curve. Then after that, you come down by 1 inch from that point and also connect again to the bust points. Then on this second line, I'm going to extend it by 1 inch, and that extension is going to form my new armhole. So I will explain again. After placing my curved ruler from the midpoint of my armhole to the bust point, I came down by 1 inch and I drew another curved line. Then that second curve line I extended by 1 inch to the armhole, and that is what I'm connecting now to form my new armhole, just like you see. So we're done with the princess darts posterior part. The next thing I want to do now is to take my body measurement. I've already marked my bust measurement. Then on my half length, I will take my round waist divided by 4, and I'll be replacing the bigger dart, which is the dart on the under bust. Then on the top length, I will be taking the roundness of my lower waist, which is where my top length is going to be sitting on. Then after taking the roundness, you divide it by 4, and then you replace the dart. So I replace just 1 inch, which is the dart I have on the top length. And then since this is meant to be a corset, we need to remove snatching from the waist. So I removed 0.5 inch from the waist. And that 0.5 inch, if I multiply it times 4, is going to be 2 inches, which means I'm taking out a total of 2 inches from my original waist. So I reconnected that to my bust measurement and to my top length, and that is the new measurement I'll be cutting on. So now to get the neckline, first of all, I measured what I have on my round neckline and I divided it by 2. So I have 5 inches and divided by 2 gave me 2.5. Then that point there, I will connect to my bust point, just like you see me doing. Having done that, I will come out by 0.5 inch on my neck depth and slants again to my bust point. So that is going to be the dart for the neckline. So for this particular neck design, I had to use a neck dart so that the neckline will be well relaxed and it will not be gaping. On the side part, I came down by 2 inches from my bust point, which is going to serve as my bust dart. So I went ahead to make all the lines visible that I'll be cutting on so you can see them clearly. And then on the top length, I came up by 2 inches on the side. Then I used my curved ruler to connect that to my hem. So this is going to give the corset a curved hem line. So guys, before I go ahead to get my neck styling, I will be cutting out the pattern first to close the bust dart and also the neck dart to be able to get the neck shape. So after cutting out your pattern shape, to close the bust dart, you're going to cut on one line of the bust dart and then place the cutout pattern on your bust point line like so. So having done that, I will take a masking tape to secure it so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to connect the side measurement well and cut out the excess on the side. So next we're going to close the dart on the neckline. So you're also going to cut on one line and then place it over on top of the other line and use a masking tape to secure it. So to get the neck styling, I measured 7 inches from my shoulder line, and that's going to be the curve neck, and I also measured 8 inches to the side part. Okay, then on that 8-inch point I came out by 1 inch. You can do 0.5 inch to make your queen Anne neckline more visible, and then I connected from that 1 inch point to my shoulder to give it the queen Anne shape neckline. And then for the other side, I'm going to curve it to the 7-inch neck depth. So just to explain again, I measured two neck depths, 7 inches and 8 inches. On the 8-inch point, I came out by 1 inch on the side and I slanted to my shoulder. Then same on that 8-inch depth, I connected to the 7-inch points to get the curve shape. So this is what the neck styling looks like after making it visible. Now go ahead now to cut out the neck depth. If you follow this technique when you're making this type of neckline, you will notice that it will not be gaping, it will be well relaxed, unlike the one that you will just go ahead to just draw the shape like that and then after sewing it, it will not be relaxing well. So I'm gonna head to cut my princess dart just as you can see, and this is all for the front part of the princess dart's corsets. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to draft the back. Ensure that you label your patterns before transferring it to your fabric. So guys, for the back part, I have my shoulder, my chest line, my half length and my top length. So the half length and the top length for this back pattern is going to be different from the front because of the bust darts. So instead of using the front half length, I'll be removing 2 inches to get my back half length, and also the same thing for the top length. Then I did exactly the same thing I did when I started drafting my pattern. For the front, I marked my shoulder, took my shoulder slant, did my arm side curve. Then for the neck depth of the back, I made it 1.5 inch, while the neck wideness is 3 inches, just like the front. So after marking my bust measurement on the half length, I took my round waist divided by 4 and I added 1 inch for my dart allowance. On the top length, I measured the roundness of my lower waist, and I did not add any allowance because I'm not going to add that on the top length for this back pattern. So I came down by 0.5 inch on my chest line and I slanted it to my arm side length. Then to get the opening for the back, I measured 1.5 inch on the chest line and 1 inch on the top length. So that part is going to be cut out and is going to serve as my opening for the back. Then for the dart, I divided my waist into two and then I placed my straight ruler to rule a straight line on that point. Then on the half length, I measured 0.5 inch on both sides, which is the 1 inch that I already replaced. Then I came up by 1 inch on the chest line. So I connected the both that leg to the 1 inch point on the chest line, and I also connected them to the top length. So I just wanted the back to have like a separate yoke. So I'm just going ahead to draw the style line I want for the back yoke. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go in by 0.5 inch on my waistline, which is going to be for my snatching. This is the same thing I did for the front. So having done that, this is what the pattern looks like. I went ahead to make all the lines visible so you can see them clearly. And then I'll also be removing 2 inches from the side M to get my curve style line just like the front. So this is what I mean. I came up by 2 inches on the M and then I placed my curved ruler to the top length. So I decided to make the back shorter. So I came up by 1 inch on my top length and then I reconnected it again. So this is what it's going to look like. The side part is still going to be equal with the side part of the front. So that is all for the back pattern. I'll be cutting out my pattern shape so you can see how it looks. So before I cut out the opening for the back, I just wanted to measure my modesty panel. Modesty panel is usually from the darts on the back to the middle part of your back. And then you measure how long you want it to be. It is not usually longer than your back pattern. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, do well to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're here too. If you find any part hard and you want to ask a question, you can drop it in the comment section and I'll do well to reply you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have a request for any tutorial you want to see on the channel, then you can send to the social media handle on the description.